The other day I saw an amazing picture. I happened to be at a local airport when, and this is a true story now, as I was looking at some airplanes, a bird flew by me at about eye level. A bird flew by me, and behind it was its nest. It was literally carrying its nest. This was a full-grown, mature bird flying by me carrying its nest. I reached out by instinct. I didn't grab the bird. I grabbed its nest. The moment I grabbed the nest, the bird collapsed in exhaustion. I looked at that bird while holding its nest, took it in my hands, and it took me about 10 minutes as I began to cut away that nest. All of the wrappings, there were fishing line, there were all kinds of things, thread wrapped around the bird's foot. In fact, the bird's foot was actually crippled from that leg being bound up by its nest. It didn't need its nest anymore. It was a full-grown bird. But it was flying by and moving onward, carrying its past. It was carrying the things of its upbringing. It was carrying the burden of what was. That bird didn't know me. I didn't know the bird. But I began to unravel the burden off that bird's leg. Now imagine this for a moment. Play along with me. As I loosed the nest of the bird's past from its foot and turned it loose, the bird flew away. It flew higher than what I'd seen it fly before. In fact, it flew up and landed on the top of a building. What was that bird thinking? What was it feeling? It was liberated from its burden. It had power like it never knew before, and it had gone higher than it had ever known in its life. Why? The burden was released. Jesus said for us to not worry, to cast, as it were, all of our care upon Him because He cares for us. My friend, I want you to think about that. Maybe in your life you are burdened like that little bird, but keep this in mind. Your burden is not forever. Someone in this bird's life stepped in from the outside. I stepped in from the outside and cut that bird loose. Jesus wants to step into your life and cut your burden loose that you might experience a glorious new life. In fact, it's our hope that through Jesus Christ, you will know real life. That's a true story. I was at Chino Airport and this bird flew right by me. I watched it go by. I couldn't believe it. I reached out and I grabbed the nest. And it just collapsed. And I wound up setting it free from its nest.